Oh man, you're working late again, huh?
Oh yeah, I got a deadline and some client work I gotta hit.
Gosh, don't you ever get some rest? You know, that thing people do at the end of every day?
Yeah, I get that, bro. Rest is important, but there's something also to be said about upholding my commitments and doing a great job for folks, right?
Wait a minute. Isn't it kind of hypocritical for you to be a lifestyle business coach when you yourself are working late so often?
Oh man, you are clearly grilling me. But listen, in the early stages of business, sometimes it can be a little bit of a hustle. Just like if you're a dad or a mom with a baby, you're probably gonna have some late nights. Or if you're pulling off a master's degree, you're probably gonna have some late nights. Rest assured, I got a couple great coaches in my corner. They're helping me dial things in. We've seen some great improvements so far. So appreciate your concern, but no worries.
All right. I'll give you that. At least your business coaches are pretty cool.
Okay, so what just happened? He totally called me out on something. My toxic element is what I call it. And I have a tendency to overwork and to work into the night. And this night owl thing that I tend to do sometimes, I'll be honest, I'm working on it. And I have some great people helping me structure better habits into my life. But he's totally right. And what I can say is, just like I said to him, we're making progress. And I acknowledge that there's a time in my life and in my business to push. There's also a time to rest. And I do pay attention to my body when my body really calls for that. And isn't it true? Would you not agree that we're all works in progress in some way? If you're in the healing arts profession, if you're in the integrative healing sciences, many of us come into this profession having tended to our own wounds. It reminds me of this archetype of the wounded healer. It's through facing our own health challenges and our own inner struggles that I believe that we actually develop more strength, we develop more compassion, we develop humility, that if we bring consciousness to that and awareness, it allows us to grow and therefore also be of better service to the other human beings that we're here to help. So there's always going to be people in our lives who also just simply don't understand what it's like to be a small business owner. There's a lot of folks in this society who running a small business is just completely foreign. And this can include family, it can include friends, it can include a partner, and it can also include the various characters in our own psyche. So when we find ourselves challenged by, say, another person or even by one of the characters in our own psyche, I see this as an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to, or for me, to get all the more clear on what it is I'm doing, to get clear on my vision, to get clear on my values and how I uphold those values, to get clear on my purpose, the work that I'm doing here in this world. It challenges me to see if I'm upholding those values. And sometimes, in reality, there's a whole spectrum of values that we may be as human beings striving to uphold. So for me, I've articulated my values in my business and in my life a number of times. A few of the values that come into play here are, number one, financial sustainability as a business, which means my business needs to be profitable, right? Profitability is sustainability. It's not done in an extractive way. It's done in a mutually prosperous way. And sometimes there's a little more giving than receiving in that give and take relationship. It's also a value of mine to do great work for clients. And so this element of integrity also comes up in upholding commitments that I've made in my business. Yet we have this tension dynamic that comes in with my value for self-care and upholding self-care practices. And honestly, I don't think I'm necessarily a hypocrite. It just means that my dear brother may not have as dynamic of an understanding of my values as me, myself, that I have. So the reality is only you will really understand in any given moment, in any given situation, how to best navigate your own complex system of values. And This isn't art. It's not a science. There's no one right way to do it. And so I wish you all the best in improving your skills and getting clear on what it is you're here to do, what it is you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, and being clear on what values you're upholding in doing so. I hope this was helpful. Leave me a comment if it was. Leave me a comment if it wasn't. If this pissed you off, let me know that too. And I look forward to seeing you, hearing you, or being with you in whatever shape or form in our next episode. Take care for now. This is Bill from livestreambusiness.com, and feel free to reach out if you'd like to have a conversation. I'm happy to talk about how we can uphold our values in our business and still be profitable. It may also be worth mentioning here that my dear brother here has not started his own business yet. It'll be interesting to see what happens when he does. So stay tuned for that episode.